I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'll let it come from me and I'll be as gentle as I possibly can with you, all right? That person you are willing to sacrifice everything for, you can't save them. You shouldn't try to save them because in the process of saving them, you're going to end up losing yourself. And when you lose yourself, it's going to take a while for you to rebuild and get back to the person you once know. Now, let me go ahead and break it down for you, right? The reason as to why you can't save them is some people are generally out here on a path of self-destruction. Okay? They have decided in themselves that this is the path I'm going to take and I accept whatever consequences come my way. You never signed on for those consequences. So you coming into the dynamic, being that you're being a good person, being a helpful person, you're just unbeknownstly becoming a victim of the cycle that they've chosen to trap themselves in. You understand? So when you think about it and you're just like that, that doesn't make any sense, they're just down on their luck, they just need a little bit of help, they've just never had anything like this in the first place. And you're right, because they've never had anything like this in the first place, they will not know how to handle it. You understand? So when you approach a situation, you need to put aside the savior complex. Okay, I'm not saying that you're not a superhero, I'm not saying you can't be a superhero. I'm just saying, like, you need to really check yourself be going into the situation to make sure that your intentions are intact and they align with what the other person is seeking, right? I was recently having a conversation with my older brother, and he kind of shared something with me to where his outlook, like, it really made me puzzle because going back on the whole topic of saving someone, in his eyes he believes that because he wasn't able to save the person, he's now condemned to suffer along with them. And I was like, why are you in that mindset? And he confessed that I wasn't even thinking about it until I came and I actually sat down, spoke to him, and tried to understand, like, the reasons for why he felt this way. He was like, bro, I never really just thought about it. It was just kind of just like, I guess the hurt from it so much is like, you've done me wrong, and as a result, I'm going to spend the rest of my life making sure you regret that. And I had to show him, like, we're all equal. We need to approach, everyone we deal with, interact with on a day-to-day basis as equals. And if I don't want to spend my life in misery, there's no way you should want to spend your life in misery either. So, as I'm sitting there, as I'm going through the conversation with him, I could really see the realization on his face where he's just like, bro, I never realized that me wanting the other person to suffer is indirectly causing me to suffer because I'm holding on to that energy. I'm harboring it. I'm not willing to let it go. So these are some things to just take in mind. I really wanted to put that out there. I already said what the message for this page is. And I think this is a really big one. Be careful of who you try to save. They might just end up drowning you in the process. And it's going to take so much work to get out of the hole that they've dug you in that it would have been better off never getting in, well, cahoots with them in the first place. Huh?